This song is called The Great Carousel Stampede of 2016, or the tale of Midnight Rose and the Small Girl from Bigfork. Yes, my titles are almost as long as my songs. We're going to try and do her. Following is a true story. None of the names have been changed because everybody in it is innocent. Only the identity of the handsome young cowboy has been forever shrouded through the mist of time. This happened about 6 weeks ago. Come gather round me, you people, and a story of bravery I'll tell. About a small girl down from Bigfork and the wild ponies on the carousel. This young girl was just a 4-year-old filly, stood just over 5 hands tall, I suppose. But she'd brave you right up to that platform, and she'd climb aboard Midnight Rose. There was a team of 40 ponies to choose from, Palominos and chestnuts and dun, Appaloosas, Paralinos and Pintos, even one fire-breathing dragon just for fun. But she'd run past the Paints and the Grillos. This young cowgirl, Mary was her name. She'd only mount her favorite, the biggest of them all. Midnight Rose is the horse she would tame. Midnight Rose, he was sculpted from basswood, and he weighed a good 200 pounds. A great massive beast, almost 7 feet long, staunch hoofs to the platform he'd pound. And his pose was head high and defiant. He was fiery and snuffy and raring to go. But gentle was all that was seen through the eyes of the small girl so far below. On a Saturday, Mary, she'd come down, her eyes and smile so wide, armed just with a fistful of tokens and dreams of how far she would ride. And she'd throw her legs over his withers, wrap her small arms around his big neck. She'd say, "Good morning, Rose, I missed you so much." And on his mane she would plant a small peck. And all the riders, they'd reach for the brass ring. All of the hearts of the children they'd sing. As the calliope sounds, the ponies pranced up and down, and the Mary, it goes round and around and around. Oh, Mary, she goes round and around. And then one day, this really happened. This most improbable thing. Midnight Rose was just feeling his oats, and he broke away from the string. Oh, the brass pole to which he was anchored, it snapped away and fell through the ground. There was steel grinding across concrete, sparks and aggregate flew all around. Just the top pole, barely holding old Midnight. He gambled out wild and free, with small Mary on board, barely clutching the reins. It was a terrifying sight to see, and the watching parents all shuddered. Their cries and gasps, they filled up the air. But Mary made not a sound. She just looked straight ahead, and she felt the wind blow through her hair. At the controls was a handsome young cowboy. His neck snapped around like a whip. He sprung into action as all heroes should, and he jumped aboard lickety-split. He pressed his strong side against the stallion, threw his big arm around small Mary's waist. He said, "Don't worry, gal, I've got you now, and I'll get you down sound and safe. With the dead man switch circuit now broken, the carousel slowed to a stop. The handsome young cowboy undid Mary's harness, and safe from the platform they hopped. While Mary still stoic and silent, her face still showing no fear. He said, "Weren't you even just a little bit scared?" She said, "Yes," and then grinned ear to ear. And the briders all reached for the brass ring. All of the hearts of the children did sing. At the calliope sounds, the ponies pranced up and down, and the merry goes round and around and around. Oh, merry goes round and around. Cheating here. Well, the pony keepers, they all came running, welding torches and ratchets in hand. They resuscitated poor wild Midnight Rose, in 30 minutes got him back on the stand. Riders chomped at the bit in the entrance. The cowboy went to let them all in. But you know, the first person in line, the most eager to ride, was Mary, and she met him with a grin. She didn't need no handsome young cowboy to rescue poor precious she. 'Cause girls got the stuff and girls got the guts to keep them both wild and free. You see, this young cowgirl knew something that most of us never learn. Adventure waits round every corner, no matter how routine the turn. So come gather around me, you peoples, and a story of bravery you'll hear. This girl got the stuff and girls got the guts. Oh, that's all right. I'm gonna do that one again. The bravest person I've met or ever will meet, she knew freedom was nothing to fear, and she threw her small legs o'er his withers, and she wrapped her short arms around his neck. She said, "Good afternoon, Rose, I missed you so much." And on his mane she laid a small peck. And all the riders, they'd reach for the brass ring. All of the hearts of the children did sing. To the calliope sounds, the merry dance up and down, and the merry goes round and around and around. Oh, Mary, she goes round and around. Oh, Mary goes round, she goes round and around. I said Mary goes round and around and around. Oh, Mary goes round and around. Oh, I'm leaving that in there because I'm still working on it, and this is not the finished video. If Marty Robbins was alive today, he would do Big Iron, he'd do El Paso, and he'd do this motherfucker right here. I tell you.